Well, hello to you. What are you doing here? You're trying to escape. Bye-bye then. I'm back today with my January TBR. I am just going to get cracking on this as quickly as possible because we all know how prone I am to waffle. So the first book that I really want to read this month is this one, The Bad Daughter by Joy Fielding. This is about a girl who has fallen out with her family and years have gone by and she hasn't spoken to them. She's sort of distancing herself, as you do when you've had a fallout with your family. But years later her family are left fighting for their lives after an attack and she's back. So I think what we're going to do is find out whether this attack involves her somehow, or whether this attack involves some sort of event that made her fall out with her family years ago. But I'm really excited to find out what's gone on. I love a domestic thriller, and so that's The Bad Daughter. The next book that I've got here is The Twisted Tree by Rachel Burge. I've only just been sent this and I can't wait to read it. It is about a girl who fell out of a tree and somehow acquired some sort of mystical powers where she can tell things about people by just touching their clothes. So Martha, who has her mystical powers, goes to find her grandma, and her grandma isn't in her house anymore. Her grandma's passed away, but there's a peculiar boy living in her grandma's house. And I'm set for a spooky story. I love this sort of genre and I can't wait to get around to it this month. The next book that I'm going to read this month is Judy Fairbairn's Island Wife. I can't wait to get round to this. This is about a woman who married a man who I believe is from the Hebridean Islands up at the top of Scotland, and she moves there, and over the years I think they manage a hotel. She has 5 children and she just lives her life on the island, and this is her story. And I'm really interested in the islands. I love non-fiction stories, especially love finding out what goes on in other people's lives, so I can't wait to read this, and that's why it's on this month's pile. The next book that I'm going to read is Slenderman, and this is by Anonymous, and this is obviously about Slenderman. I don't know too much about it other than that. I'm going to be finding out this month. I'm interested in the Slenderman sort of urban legend, and if you're not familiar with many true crime cases, there's been some true crime cases centred around the urban legend that is Slenderman, and from what I gather this is told through things such as, there's a bookmark falling out of it that came with it, so it's told through instant messaging and blog posts and things, I think. Things that look like text messages there, and things that look like chat manuscripts. So I think this will be a fun sort of breakup. I do like a good scary story, and I really like books that are told in other ways other than just narrative. I think it sort of adds an element of realism and also makes it a different reading experience for me, so I'm excited to read this. The final book that I'm hoping to have read this month is this one. This is a proof copy, but the actual book is called My Sister is Missing. This seems like the type of domestic thriller that I enjoy. This is by Julia Barrett, and I am part of a blog tour for this, and it is about a woman who has a baby and she's looking down at a brand new born baby daughter and wondering if her husband is going to notice that the similarities between the two of them off you. And what transpires is that this is not a husband's child, it's a lover's child, and the lover wants a paternity test. So in order to avoid that, she starts telling her husband a string of lies, which leads the two men to end up in some sort of a confrontation, and then she goes missing. And this is the story of her sister, who's come in and wants to know where her sister's gone. The baby is also gone, and there's some CCTV footage of a woman who jumps in front of a train, and she wants to know, is it a sister or who is it? Where's the sister gone? And as usual, it sounds like the type of thing that I love. I do love a domestic thriller. As I've already said, I'm going to cut the waffle. I'm going to read this month, and you'll find out what I think of it sooner rather than later because it's in this month's TBR, if you hadn't gathered that already. So those are the books I'm planning on reading this month. If you've read any, let me know. Or for anything else, just leave me some comments in the box below and I'll chat away to you happily all night and all day and all night again. So I'll speak to you all soon. Bye for now.